Hello guys, and we are back for part 2 of my NHL 14 GM mode commentary with the New Jersey Devils. Now, I didn't get any comments on my last video, so couldn't tell what you guys did or didn't want, for those of you that did watch it, for me to do with the team, so I'm just going to keep everything the way it is, and I will see you at the start of December. So yeah, I will see you guys then. Okay, that month wasn't ideal. As you can see, we started off with a 2-game winning streak, and then we lost 2, so even. Win-loss, again, even. Then we win 2, which is, again, even. Then we'd lose 3, we're down 1 on the month. Win, even, down 1 on the month. Down 2 on the month, so we won 1 less game than we lost, which is not a good thing. But we did have 3 overtime losses there. 1 against the Hurricanes, 1 against the Kings, and 1 against the Ducks. Unfortunately, that probably hurt our standings a bit. Let's see, Schneider's still up there. Schneider's up there for wins. We have Eliash in the goals race. And we're 3rd in the conference, but tied with Pitt, which is not good. Well, luckily no one is running away with the league this year, so that's a good thing. Let me take a look at the team standings. Let's see if it's still, our point percentage, 7th. Goals for, 9th. Goals for per game, 12th. So our goal scoring has dipped. Goals against per game, still good, but Detroit and Toronto are better than us. We're still not getting that many power plays, and we're 17th in the league, but I consider anything under 18% bad. So we need to increase our power play. Still taking some of the least amount of penalties in the league, but our penalty kill is not as good as it should be, only 84%. And I ran into this problem in my test too. For some reason, even though we have the players for it, we aren't doing quite as well as we should be. I've had that in a couple of my GM modes. Oh, the song you're listening to right now is Skyline by Antarcticbreeze. Jesus Christ, Eliash is scoring to death here. Rutu getting many assists. They've gone off their point per game track though. Henrique is doing the exact same thing as Eliash is, except without the pluses. And defensemen are in the points. That's good. I did not want to switch teams. Let's take a look at my centers. Zach Smith, 9 points. Smithson with 3. Smithson's a minus. Henrique's an even. Nyquist is a -1. Greening is an even. Carter's a +2. I expected Greening to have more points, honestly. Yager's a -1. Zubris -6. So he's only a -1 in that month, so still a minus, though. And then on defense, we don't have a single minus among the group, which is good. Alec Martinez, he got up to plus in that month, and Fane got up to a plus. Merrill only went down by 1 while he was on the penalty kill, so that's good. And I want to keep him there because it'd be good for him to be there. Marty's stats have definitely dropped. And Schneider's have gone up to the point where I want them to be. Sub-2 GAA, above 9.3 goals against. Save percentage, rather. Ah, man. So, from what I can see of the team, let me take a look at my AHL. Really? We're barely breaking even? Let me see if anyone's grown. I doubt it. I'm thinking about trading Zubris. No one on this team. Whoa, Matteau! He's growing quickly. He's already up to 65. That's awesome. Nothing in goalies. Matteau's growing fast. I like it. He's already got 13 changes this year, so looks like that second line is barely even, because Yager's a -1, Nyquist is a -1, and Henrique's an even. Which is odd, because Yager and Henrique are pretty good defensively. You know, I did not actually notice Joel Wart's stats anywhere. What's he got? He's a +3. That's okay. Zach Smith, Colin Greening. Colin Greening was a -1, if I remember rightly. Carter was a +2. No, Colin Greening's an even. What was Zach Smith? He had 9 points, right? 9 points +6. Okay, so there's really nothing I can do because my top point producers are all in the first line. I'm thinking if I put Zajac down there, he could help the +- of the second line, because he and Henrique have the same exact production right now, and Henrique's doing it on the second line, so I'm making that call right now. I'm putting Henrique on the first line because he's got the same production with less ice time, so now these 3 guys have pretty much the same exact amount of points, so there's no point in moving them. And then power play wasn't too good, so might as well do that, put my top producers on the first line, and then my secondary producers on the second line. These are still my top point guys, so it would be... I think Rutu and Eliash are the ones with the amount of points, so... And there we are. Now, penalty kill is not doing as well as it should be. Got White, Green, Larson. Okay, I don't think it's the defensive pairings. I think Henrique being on the penalty kill might actually be hurting him. Put Joel Ward on there. Get some toughness on there. Keeping Zajac on there. He's like a staple in the power play. Leave the 4-on-4 lines all alone. And now with Matzo growing up a little bit. Well, there's really nothing I can do to the minor league team except maybe get a better fourth line center than Sestito, but other than that, I don't see anything I can do. Let me see if there's any potential players in free agency that I can pick up going into uncharted territory here. Just want a better minor league center. See here, Carrick, no. Gillies, no. So there's no good potential players. So I'd have to find just someone to help out. And if I'm getting someone to help out the minor leagues, I might as well get this guy, Ben Maxwell. He's a playmaker, so he can help that top line a little bit. Yeah, might as well. I want my minor league team to do good, so I'll give him a little extra money. I don't even know if I have the ability to actually get that guy. I'm not sure what my rosters look like right now. On my cap space, I have enough. Yeah, I have enough for 2 players, actually, so if I wanted to, I could actually also get another defenseman for the minor league. And if push comes to shove, I'd be getting one with two-way ability, so if push does come to shove, I could actually use him in the, yeah, Helgeson. In my experience, Helgeson doesn't really turn out to be anything good. And then I've got her Bonka and Scarlet. Scarlet usually turns out to be a decent player, but I want to stack my minor league defense. So yeah, I'm going to get another free agent acquisition for the minor leagues. I don't think there are any good potential players, but might as well take a look, right? These are the guys that want a two-way deal. Steve Eminger. You know, he's actually not bad. Alexandre Picard. He's not bad either, actually. He's reasonably young, too. He's a minor league top 2, but I'd be putting him on, like, the second line pairing. Lundin. He's a great skater. He just doesn't know how to shoot. Very disciplined, though. Not bad defensively. Lundin wouldn't be a bad idea. This Eminger guy, not a good skater. He's actually not as good defensively as Picard is. Oh, I'm gonna go with the fast skater. Just give him a little extra. Just to, you know, get them on the team. Help the minor leagues a little bit. And it looks like they can decide on the contract before my next minor league game. So let's get them on the team and put them on. Okay, my scout's done on OHL. Apparently they said it's going to be a weaker draft than normal, so I'm guessing some of the deeper picks aren't available this year. Where is Honka? Julius Honka. I don't remember what league he plays for. But he's usually a good bet. Yeah, there he is, 3rd round. He's usually 4.5 red star potential, and he usually turns into at least a top 6 defenseman. So, you know, I'll just go ahead and scout defensemen in WHL. I need forwards, but no sense in picking up a defenseman in the top of the 2nd round who's going to be great. So Maxwell said yes. And we wait. Apparently that dropped my reputation. I don't know how. But yeah, got those guys on my team, and they are going to play in the minors. Hopefully they're already in the minors, and I don't have to drop them through waivers. Smiths and Cardi, yeah, looks it. Salvador Jonas, Lundin, Maxwell. Okay, yep, they are. There we are. Just cut out the loading screen for you guys. because getting out of the roster move screen is just painful. So let's get Sestito out of there and get Maxwell up there. Put him on the second line with Ferrero and Sislo, and then Matteau, Whitney, Hoffel. I like that. And then we scratch Helgeson and throw Lundin on there. Wow, largely defensive defenseman. Penalty kill. You know, I'm happy with that. 4-on-4 lines need work. Okay. I'll just put Lundin there. Okay. So, yep, that should help my minor league team a little bit. Granted, they may or may not get to the playoffs this year. I really want them to, simply because of the fact that it'll help gain them even more experience. Which is always a good thing. Oh, man. Oh, and as you saw, we won the first game of the month, so that's nice. We're on the right track. But I'm going to wait to make any significant moves until the next month. So, I'll see you at the start of January, which is right here. So, right down there. Alright, I'll see you guys in a second. Alright, and this month we have learned that the Penguins are our Achilles heel. We started the month with 5 straight wins, and then, boom, 8-0 loss to the goddamn Penguins. They've got one more point than us, too. Well, they've got one more game, but... And then we go ahead and we win 1, lose 2, win 1, lose 1, win 2, and then lose 1. So, let me do the math here. So that's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 9 and 5 on the month. Better than last month, where we actually lost more games than we won. So, let's see here. Unfortunately, because of the 8-goal barrage, and then again another 4 goals against the Penguins, Schneider has dropped to 2.2 GAA instead of sub 3, which sub 2, which is what I wanted. And it looks like he's not above 9.30 save percentage anymore, which stinks, but he's still one of the league leaders in wins, and we no longer have anyone in the points race. We're behind the goal race by 1, apparently. Wow, even though we did good in that month, we are now 4th in the Metropolitan Division, which is kind of surprising. Rangers, Hurricanes, and the Penguins are ahead of us, so those 2 losses against the Penguins loom huge. And yet we could beat the Montreal Canadiens, the other top team in the division, well, the conference, relatively easily. Alright, let's take a look at the entire conference. We're 5th, so we would probably have a spot in the playoffs, because got 1, 2, 3 division leaders, 1, 2, 3 division leaders, and then me and Detroit would be in, so I have to make sure I'm above 8th in the conference, and right now I'm above 8th in the conference by 5 points, so not bad. Oh yeah, I'm supposed to look at the entire league now. Our goals per game went up by 0.03, so we're 10th in the league there, that's good. Unfortunately, our goals against per game went up, so we're letting in more goals. We're still in the top 4, though. We're getting more and more power plays, and we're 17th in the league. I'm happy with it hovering around 17%, because usually my power play with the Devils is a lot worse than that. Getting slightly more penalties than I'm comfortable with, but our penalty kill is up a full percentage point from where it was before, from 84 to 85. I'd like to get up to 86, but that might be a little bit asking too much. Only 1 short-handed goal. Alright, let's take a look at the player stats for this month. And this month we'll actually take a look at the Albany player stats and not just their progression. As I said, every 3 months, right? Alright, let's just go by points and centers. So, Henrique, okay, was a good move to put him on that line. He's outstripping Zajac now in points. Smith only got 3 points that month, Jesus. Smith didn't get any. Henrique's now a -3, though, so I might want to put him back down on the second line. On left wing, we got Eliash, Nyquist. Wow, Carter's doing work on that 4th line. I might move him up to the 3rd line at this rate. Nyquist is now a -6, so looks like that second line with Yager is just not doing too well defensively. Ward's doing good on the 3rd line, and Zubris has gotten his plus up, so... Unfortunately, my defensemen are starting to even out again. Larson's down to +1, Fane is down to +1. White and Merrill are actually my 2 biggest pluses, so I think that was just a bad month for defensemen. Larson and Green have the most points, though, so that's nice. White's got 9 goals, 3 of them on the power play. Green's got 3 power play goals. Awesome. And as for goalies, Marty Brodor's got his stats back a little bit, but Schneider, as you can see, 2.2. I'd like that to be under 2.2. 9.2.49. I'd like that to be a 9.3 or higher. 3 shutouts, not bad. Alright, time to take a look at the minor leagues. Gotta keep track on how my wonderful young guns are going. Or not so young guns that just haven't made it yet. Points-wise, Gianta Boucher, Tennant B, Salvador, and Ferrero all are plus 20. So, let's go by centers. Gianta, Ferrero, Pele, Sestito, Maxwell only has not a lot of points, unfortunately. Like that to change, Maxwell. Alright, these guys actually have good chunks of points between them all. Fortunately, Whitney and Matteau are minuses, but not by far. Sislo, I really don't care about Jansen. I could honestly trade Jansen for a bag of pucks and I wouldn't care. Alright, how are we on defense? Burloin is a massive minus 12. Jesus Christ. Helgeson's a minus 6, but he's not playing anymore. Goalies. Kincaid not doing as well as I would hope. Claremont's actually doing not too bad. Wow, Kincaid, you really gotta step up your goddamn game. 89 save percentage? That's just pathetic. Let's take a look at the progress reports before I do anything else. Anyone in... nope, no one's gaining anything here. Alright, those are my top 4 in ice time. Alright, only Matteau apparently seems to want to grow in the minors. And no goalie at all is going well. Alright, so what I'm thinking is Nyquist is a minus. But he's tabbed as a second liner. If I move him down, he'll actually lose points. And if I move Greening down, he'll lose points, but... Carter's been doing better than Greening, so might as well move Carter up a line for a month and see how that works. Let's see. As for that second line, Nyquist and Yager both have increased minuses, and so does Henrique. So, but Henrique's got more points now, but now Zajak's a bigger minus, so I'm thinking if I move Henrique back to that line, it'll help them more, I think. See, I'm not moving Zach Smith up. Even though he's a plus, he's not putting up a lot of points. That's why Carter's up there. He's actually putting up points on the 4th line, so if I give him 3rd line time, he might do even more. Get some good depth goal scoring going. I don't know why I just went to jersey numbers. I don't really think there's anything else I can do right now. Take a look at bubble teams. Islanders are a bubble team. Blue Jackets are a bubble team. Washington's kind of a bubble team. Detroit is a bubble team, and the Senators are a bubble team. I'm just trying to think of potential landing spots for first-round picks for Brodor and Kujwinski, because I still want to get that done. So we take a look at our trade value. Center Kujwinski could fetch a first-round pick. And at goalie, Brodor could potentially fetch a first-round pick. The Bruins would want him. The Rangers would want him. And no one else. So that might be a tough trade to pull off, but... And I'm fully comfortable just trading Kujwinski away for just a first-round pick because a lot of teams would want him. As you can see, a lot of them do want him. Which one of those bubble teams I mentioned? The Islanders? Oh, they already don't have their first-round pick, I forgot. Oh, man, that kind of ruins my plans a little bit. Ottawa's a bubble team, but I know they don't have a first-round pick. Phoenix, I know, is not a bubble team. They usually do really well. Wait, this is the second time this song is played. What the hell? Oh, Jesus Christ, their picks are valuable. I'd have to give it to, like, Carolina in the hopes that they drop off like they usually do. Sorry, Forge-tacular. He's a massive fan. Dallas Stars might not be a bad idea. Of course, I could go for future first-round picks here. I've found it's very valuable to get future first-round picks out of the Islanders. If you can. Particularly in the off-season during the draft, getting future first-round picks out of the Islanders is usually a good idea. Because I remember one time I got a first overall pick by doing that, but I'm not doing anything yet. I do want to get to the trade deadline, and I am at 20 minutes, so how much? Alright, so let me go to the end of January, and then I'll fill you in, and then I'll go right to the trade deadline after that. So I'll see you guys at the end of the month. Alright, it's time to make some changes. As you can see, we have 2 3-game losing streaks this month. We are 6-2 this month. Win 3 losses. Win 3 losses. That is a surefire way to lose a playoff spot. Let's see, where are we? We're 4th in our conference. In our division, rather. It looks like we're still in a playoff spot, but we're hanging there by a thread. I think it's time to make some sort of move. Yeah, we are only 2 points ahead of the Islanders, but we are still 5 points ahead of the Red Wings. I'm still not comfortable, however, with this type of lead. If we are going to get into the playoffs, I want us to get there big. Now, I want to see who our biggest problem player is this year. And typically, a good way to check that is plus-minus. I know it's not one of our goalies. Our goaltender situation is usually very good. Colin Greening, Gustav Nyquist, 2 of the guys I traded for, both -9. Dinah Zubris, -7. Adam Henrique. So this second line right here, Nyquist, Henrique, and Zubris, huge minus. The defenseman starting to become a minus. It's falling apart at the seams right here. Green, Fane minuses. White, Merrill, Larson, Martinez, evens. Zubris and Yager, massive minuses. Rutu, plus. Ward, even. Greening, Nyquist, -9. Carter, Eliash, both pluses. Carter's doing well. And then Henrique is a -6. Now, I'll be honest with you, I'm stumped. This type of play this has literally never happened to me before, and there's not really much I can do about it. My biggest minus and my second biggest minus are both on the bottom line, so really, the only thing I could do is really just trade them away. Gustav Nyquist usually is a better plus, as is Adam Henrique, but as you can see, they're not doing too well. And I don't know what I can do to change that at all, except move Henrique down to the 3rd line, but that would stunt his growth. But I'm going to do it anyway because it has to be done. I'm also moving Yager down to the 3rd line because apparently Ward's an even, so... Now, I'm thinking about trading away Greening and Zubris for just anyone. Anyone that's not a minus right now. And that's exactly what I'm going to do. Because I can't afford to have 2 -9s on my team. It's just not right. And I got them, and I kept them, respectively, to be defensively responsible. Greening I got because he was a good all-around player for the 3rd line. Hasn't not proved to be that. Zubris I kept because he was the most defensively responsible of the guys I wanted to trade. Turned out to not be defensively responsible. And I'm sorry, but that's a one-way ticket out of my team. If you're a -9, I don't want you. So it's time to do some trading here. I won't be able to get much for Greening, but time to go to the trade block. And go to my trade block. I want a 3rd line checking forward. Okay. What do we got here? All people I probably cannot get. What's Rene Bourque doing this year? Only a -1. Max Talbot? +2. Chris Neal? He's a +5, but he's got 79 penalty minutes. Let me refine my search a little bit. I don't mind the senses. Condra, Handzus, Boyle, Zubris. Zubris is one I'm trying to get rid of. McGinn, Colorado. All-around player, -1. Prust. All-around player without discipline, +1. Matt Cook. He has a +1. Chris Kelly, Boston. He's a -6. His main draw is that he's defensive. Todd Bertuzzi. You know I'm doing it. Screw it. Get the 2s. I want 2s. He's a left wing, right? No, he's a right wing. So, 2s for Zoobs? Not gonna happen, is it? Close to a fair value, right? Alright, let's just load up with some sort of pick. Fourth. Yeah, let's give him a 4th. So, let's retain... I can't retain any of Zubris' contract. What the fuck? Fine, I'll give you another 4th. Alright, fuck you then. I'm actually quite upset about this. So basically, that is just telling me, yeah, fuck you, Zubris is untradeable. Alright, let's see about getting something for Colin Greening. I forgot, might as well just go back to my own trade block because I'm stupid. Alright, and since Colin Greening is a left winger, I want to try to get a left winger back for it. It's simply OCD on my part. Alright, let's see these guys. Bickle, Brian Bickle. What are you like this year? You're a -9, go to hell. Jason Chimera, -2, go to hell. Winnick. Even, come back to you. Cleary. Even, come back to you. Smith, +2, come back to you. Ryan Jones, +5. Alright, check out Matt Cook. Alright, Jones is essentially a better skating Greening. I'll take it. Sorry, Greening, I wanted you to succeed, but you're a massive minus, so no. That trade well, that'll go through by itself. Let's see, on the right wing, are they doing anything now? Smith was a minus, right? No, he's a +2. Screw it. Give me Smith as well. You can take Greening and Zubris. They want Zubris, they don't want Greening, they don't want to give up either. So I think... No, they want to give up Smith. I think this trade will go through as is. And they don't really have anything to give me. Yeah, screw it. Alright. Got rid of my 2 big minuses. And time to put them actually on the team. Smith and Jones. Alright, so I'm going to keep Yager up there. I'm going to keep all these guys where they are. Hopefully this will help Gustav Nyquist get a better plus. Help us stop giving up so many goddamn goals. Getting a more defensively responsible 4th line will certainly help. I don't know what happened, but it's like the team just decided, hey, you know what would be a great idea? Let's roll over and die. I don't want that this year. Sam Reinhart's not as good a prospect as Connor McDavid. If you're going to roll over and die next year. Yeah, our goals per game and goals against per game has gone down. Power play has gone down a tiny bit, but it's not noticeable. Our penalty kill's actually gone up a little bit, so it's not the penalty kill. So yeah, and let's go ahead back to the calendar and see if my changes will make any sort of effect. So we've got 6 games left in this month. I want to go 4-2. I forgot there were 5 games left in the month. I said I wanted to go 4-2. We went 4-2-1, so I would have liked to win that extra game, but no. I know we started out the month with a 3-0 loss, and we came back with a 2-1 win. And then we beat the Capitals 2-3, but then we lose to the Rangers, one of the teams we're trying to catch up to. And I'm assuming this was the overtime loss. It's the closest one. And then we beat the Blues again, and then we lose to the Stars, team in the other conference, who we really have to learn to beat. And then the Predators. So we have, how many games in this month? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? Yeah, we only have 5 games in this month, so let me just quickly check the standings, make sure that we are still in a playoff spot right now. We are 6th, tied with the Islanders for the 6th spot, and Pittsburgh at the 7th spot. We are 6 points out of Detroit, so if there's a game against Detroit, I want to pay special attention to it. We're going up to the trade deadline. We're not just doing 1 month. So we got the Avalanche, the Oilers, the Capitals, all teams with losing records, and then the Blue Jackets, who are one of the teams trying to catch us, and the Islanders, the team right behind us. So those are 2 very important games. And then we have the Sharks, a good team from the other conference, and then the day before the trade deadline, And then the day after the trade deadline, we've got the Red Wings. So I will see you guys at the start of the trade deadline. I'll leave it on this particular screen. Alright guys, we are back, and as you can see, this didn't start well. We went loss, win, overtime loss, so we went 1-1-1 before the trade deadline, but then we brought it back with 2 wins against teams right behind us, and then we proceeded to beat the Sharks in regulation, so we got one more game up before the trade deadline, and it's against the guys who we did a lot of deals with. And are we anywhere in the points race? Anywhere? No, we are not. We're up to 3rd in the conference, 3rd in the division rather, with Pittsburgh and the Islanders behind us by 4 points apiece. And right now it looks like the Red Wings are not in a playoff spot. If they were to finish not in a playoff spot, that would be, incredibly ideal. Yep, we still have the 6th spot, 2 behind Florida, 4 behind Montreal and Toronto, 6 behind the Rangers, and 9 behind the Hurricanes. Yep, Detroit is 4 points out of a playoff spot now, and we're 8 points ahead of them. So we didn't gain too much ground, but we did gain some. Oh yeah, I forgot. I have to check, because trade deadline's going to be upon us soon, and we want to be ready for that. We're not scoring nearly enough goals anymore. We started off near the top of the league, and now we're really going down. We're at 2.37. That's definitely not enough. Our goals against per game has gone up, but the Wild are beating us there by a lot. Our goals against per game have been pretty good. We're getting more and more power plays, and we're up to 16.4%, so I'm okay with that. Anything above 16% for me is good. Unfortunately, we've given up 3 shorthanded goals, which is not bad. And our power play is hovering around 85%, 85.5% rather. Top 6 in the league, I'm okay with that. Wow, Minnesota, 9 shorthanded goals. I forgot. They have Parise, that's why. Ugh, goddamn traitor. I'm going to take a look at both the player stats for the minor leagues and NHL. Because it is trade deadline, I want you guys to see everything. So, Patrick Elias is apparently still our points leader with Tomarutu. Travis Zajac has finally gotten up there with them. So, good call putting him back up there. Henrique Smith. Henrique, I think, is flourishing on that 3rd line, actually. Unfortunately, he's dropped 1-, but it's better than what he was doing before. Alright. Smith, Carter, and Jones. What do we got here? Carter's been dropping. I think it's time to put Carter back on the 4th line. He went from a +11 to a +6 that month. Not good. So it looks like I'll be putting Jones there. Smith gets more points, but Jones has a better +-. Anything else I should know about these guys? Jones shoots more. Doesn't have as good a shooting percentage, but he also hits more. Yeah, I think I'll put Jones on the 3rd line instead of Carter. And then we got Rutu, Yager, Ward. Yager's now a -10, so he's on the 3rd line, still not improving. And Ward has actually gone up 1 on the 2nd line. So we got here Larson leading the defenseman in points. We got Green and Larson now Larson's a minus, and Fane's a minus, but otherwise we're just sort of hovering there. I'm thinking at the deadline about trading Kujawinski and Green for a better defenseman. I mean, Green has 26 points, but he's a -6. I want a much better top pairing defenseman on there with White. And as for goalies, I'm trading away Brodeur. It's set. Schneider's GAA has gone up, and his save percentage has gone up as well, so that's awesome. So I'm thinking what I want in the trade deadline is a good top 4 defenseman. I'm not going to be able to get a top 2. They cost way too much. And then for the minors, we got Gianto, Boucher, Teneby, Harold, Ferrero, Salvador, Jelinas, all that. At center, got all these guys. Maxwell finally getting some points. He's +12 already. Good signing there. Good signing. Unfortunately, pretty much all my wingers are minuses because they don't know how to play defense. Harold's a... Jesus Christ, Berline, you're killing me! Bring my balls here. And Kincaid is really the one breaking my balls here. Claremont's gotten more starts, but his goals against has gone up. At least his save percentage has gone up. That's a good thing. Alright, let me check the progress reports, and then I'll let you guys go, finally. I'm trying to be as thorough as possible here. Alright, no one on my team has grown, but Matto's up to a 71, Cislo's up to 67, Furrow and Tenenby are both growing, and as for goalies, nothing. So yeah, it looks like Matto might be, if I'm lucky, he might be ready for 4th line duty by playoff time. But yeah, let me go ahead and simulate this game. I'll have to do slow simulation here, other than, you know, just doing that, because this will bring me straight to the trade negotiations. I don't want to do that, but I do want this game simulated, so... Alright, Yager had a 3-point night there. Yeah, I got 2 goals and an assist, went +2. Unfortunately, Green and White, again, big minuses. They were both -2, which was kind of annoying, and a 5-2 win. But yeah, anyway... that's going to end it for this episode. Let me know what you guys think I should do in the trade deadline. I'm still thinking trade for a good top 4 defenseman that's not too expensive. I got to do some bargain shopping here, because I normally trade Kujawinski for a draft pick, but this year it looks like I might need to actually push my way into the playoffs here, because I'm only... well, right now I'm 10 points better than the 8th spot in the league, but that's simply because I just beat the person who's fighting the 8th spot. That very well could change in the next game when we lose to them. So I'm thinking I'm a buyer, not a seller at the deadline, and I'm definitely not fire selling the team this year. I want to push for a better player, and if I can't get that, I'll just get draft picks. I want to do all my trading before the deadline, though, so as to not waste my phones. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed it, and let me know in the comments what you think I should do. Take care, guys.